So, if you haven't noticed, I'm filming myself. I don't normally do this. In fact, I've never done this. So it's kind of weird. But I today am going to be climbing outside, and I figured I would talk about it a little bit. Just something new I'm trying, a new format. It's kind of weird talking to the camera, but that's okay, I'll get used to it. And I generally talk to myself quite often, so it's not too weird. I'm sure I'll adapt pretty quickly. But yeah, I am at Muscatatuck in Indiana right now. It's the only place to really go outside and climb boulders. So my plan today is to work on this route called Ivy League. I've put maybe 4 sessions into it. I started working on it in the spring. This spring. It wasn't the first time I tried, but that's when I started working on it. So it's the first cold day of the fall. So now I am back to work on it again. If it is wet, and I know it won't be too hot today. It's cold enough, but the concern at this place is always whether the boulders are dry or not. It's always very wet here. So that would be my one concern. If it's not wet, and if it's wet, I'm just gonna jump on something else. Which there's a V9. A couple people have told me about. I kind of want to try it. It looks really fun. It's like a V9 low start to a V5. So I'm gonna jump on that if Ivy League's wet. And I don't remember what the other route's called. I think the stand's called like 23 Enigma or something. I don't know. But I'm here now at Muscatatuck, so I will pick the camera back up in a minute. I'm gonna unpack my climbing stuff, and then I'll start walking that way. Alright, so I'm back. Got done taking a piss behind that building over there. And I'm now gonna walk down to the boulder I'm gonna try. So like I was saying before, oh my gosh, this is so close to my face. That's alright. I'll get used to it. So I'm walking down now, holding my phone to my face, looking like a weirdo, talking to the camera. But that's okay. Yeah, so I'm walking down this boulder called Ivy League. I've tried it multiple times. I don't remember for sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm at like 4 sessions on it. It's graded V10, and I've never climbed V10. I don't really think it feels like a V10 from, the time I've put into it so far. And I've tried V10s in other areas before. And this is a very hard area. This Muscatatuck's, from what I've climbed, it feels hard, this area. Maybe not all of it, but some of it's soft, but some of it, I think the majority of it feels hard. So I feel like for this to be V10 seems kind of bizarre compared to other V10s I've tried. I've tried like V8s that feel as hard as this, and like areas that are not as hard as this area. So I just think it's kind of bizarre that it's graded V10, but I haven't done it. I'm on 4 sessions, so I mean and I've only ever done V7 outside. And I think I could definitely climb a V8 in like 4 sessions if I really found one and sat down and worked on it. So I don't know. I don't know what grade it is. I'll have a better estimate when I've done it, but like the actual first session I really sat down and worked on it. I could do all the moves. Now I think it is in my style. But even if it's in my style, that's kind of bizarre to me. I don't know. I'll have a better estimate once I've completed it. But I'm walking up to it right now. So I'm probably gonna take a look at it, see if it's wet here in a second. Here's the boulder. I'll flip it real quick. So this is Ivy League. So it starts down here. You've got this right hand right here. And then there's like this left hand that like kind of triangular looking thingy. Like that jagged thing pointing out. And then you come up to this like rail looking thing. There's like this good spot somewhere on it. Yeah, right there, that's where I take it. Or maybe I hit it there, I don't remember now. I haven't tried since the spring. Then there's this hole too, a lot of people take this. It's like kind of a jug. You can see how deep it is, but it's like very narrow. So unless you have like small fingers, it's hard to actually get your fingers in there. And then you do this big move to the lip. And a lot of people hit like right here. There's this good spot right here that I take. And then you bump it to this hold. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to film this. I'm not used to this. You hit it like here, a lot of people pinch this. I just like open hand hook it. I am missing all the holds, I'm sorry. This is my first time doing this. And then from there, you come out to this thing. It's like this side pull. It's actually pretty good. That's what I hit next. I think it's pretty much what everyone hits next. And then from there, you like take that crimp right there. That thing. And then there's this as well. I guess you can go to either one first. I've seen a lot of different beta for the top. But you either go right hand first to that or left hand to that. Or some people even like match this. And there's even this guy right here. I don't use that, but I think I could see people using that. Then you go up to that, which is a sloper jug. It's pretty much over at that point. Then you follow that rail up into that rail, and then you just top out up there. Okay, so I'm taking a closer inspection right now. This foot right here, see all that rubber? Well, a lot of it's actually like water. It's not that wet, as you can see. There's not really much getting on my hands, but it is a little damp. And that thing is usually like soaked. It is normally soaked. And it is a crucial foot. These feet are also usually pretty muddy. They're really good right now. They're pretty dry. You can see this left hand start's usually soaked, which I don't really pull off of it. You don't pull it, you just kind of establish on it. I think I just kind of like pull this thing, like open hand it kind of. It's like 2 fingers. You really just pull off this guy right here. With your right hand. There's like, no, it's this spot right here. And you can get a pinch. I think I pinched this. Or maybe here. I really don't remember. Like I remember my beta for the most part, but I don't remember all of my micro beta. But yeah, you kind of pinch this or you can just crimp it. I pretty much open hand everything on this route except for that first hold. I have to like half crimp that. And then when I take this, I'm pretty sure I hit like this. So you can see how much of my fingers are in it. Yeah. It's like a pad. It's pretty good. It's kind of a jug. It's just the way you're climbing into it is hard and you're doing a big move off it. So there's this spot too. I actually throw a heel hook right in here later in the route. I don't even really grab this hold, even though it's like a jug. I use that when after I get to the lip and secure this hold. So when I secure this, I get the hook, right? Once I get this hold, that's when I get the heel hook on this guy right here. And then once I have the heel, I bump into this like open hand. So I don't even get inside of it. I just open hand the outside, like 3-finger drag it for a second. And I just take it for a minute. Or not a minute, like a second. And then I come up to this side pull right here. And you would think it's over because these 2 holds are both really good. But I have to release the heel hook and then I throw a heel up there. And that part's quite tensiony. It doesn't seem like it would be, but that part seems like a spot I will fall in a lot before I send this route, just this upper section. But I haven't really done any like crazy links, but the moves don't feel hard to isolate. I think my best link is I've definitely gone to like here from the bottom. Like, so I've hit the lip from the bottom, but like the jug I haven't hit from the bottom. But it's not easy. It's not an easy route. I think earlier, so I said earlier it's not like, I don't think it's V10. I think maybe it's like V9. I think it'd still be impressive if it's a 9. Like, I don't know. It's hard for me to believe because I've only climbed 3 V7s, right? And the V7s I've done, 2 of them were like definitely soft. Like, everyone agrees they were soft. And I did them both in like 3 tries or less. It's just like, those are not 7s. Maybe the one was like a 6 at most. Another one was like a 5 in my opinion. I don't know. Grades are subjective, but. And then the third 7 I did, which this is the first one I did, which I actually think that's a proper 7. But that one got downgraded. That's the one that did get downgraded. So the 2 that should have been downgraded didn't get downgraded. The one that should have been not downgraded, in my opinion, is the one that got downgraded to a 6. But that's at a very sandbagged area, like even more sandbaggy than here. So I don't really, I think it makes sense for the area. Like, for the area, 6s there felt as hard as that. So it was like, yeah, it makes sense that I got downgraded. I'm distracted again. I still haven't warmed up, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Alright, so I'm done warming up now. Did this little guy, and then I climbed Wildflower over there. And gonna now try Ivy League. Oh, I got a booger in my nose. I saw it there for a second. Yeah. So I'm gonna try Ivy League. So I'm gonna give a backstory real quick. Kind of talk about what I've been doing on this boulder. So like I said before, I put 4 sessions into this thing. Pretty sure this should be my 5th session now. So the first time I tried was like back in the winter. My friend told me to jump on it. I kind of like messed around it for like maybe like 10 minutes. I could do like the first move, and then I was just trying to hit the move to the lip. I wasn't doing it. And I was like, I don't really want to do this. This is not why I'm here. I'm here to try other stuff. So he wanted to do it, and he did it that day. He actually did it twice. Very impressive. He's very strong. He's probably gonna watch this video. His name's Brendan. Shout out to him. And he's now doing V10s in 2 tries out in Colorado. But anyways, yeah, I wasn't soaked on it, but I don't remember why, but I came back in the spring and wanted to try again for some reason. maybe like other stuff was wet and I was just in the area and I was like, I'm just gonna jump on this. So I did. And like I said before, the first session I could do all the moves and I was like, what? This isn't right, it's V10. But yeah, I was like, okay. So that was cool. I was very surprised. I was like, well, now I kind of want to try this, and it's fun. It was a fun boulder. It's very fun. Then I came back the next session. Was like, I want to like dial my beta down and like do it this session. It's like, no, I think I could do it. And I found one of the moves I was doing was easy to do in isolation, but from the bottom, like the position I was in was like way harder to get into that. So the way I set it up, the way I set myself up to when I did it isolated, it was hard to get back into that same setup from the bottom. So I realized I had to change my beta. So I spent that whole next session like trying different beta basically. And then the third session, I wanted to like, again, I was like, I'm gonna do this from the bottom. And I think I ended up changing my beta even slightly more. Or maybe I'm remembering wrong, and maybe the second session I was still trying my original beta, and it was only towards the end of the session that I decided I need to change it up. But I don't remember for sure. I just know I was working on it. In the third session, I know by then for sure I had changed my beta, and I was just like, spent a lot of the session just changing it. My hair is crazy right now. But yeah, I spent most of the session kind of figure out new beta, and it was really just like the beginning section. So I kind of talked about this earlier. There's two holds here you can take from the bottom. There's this like jug slot thingy. I just shocked myself on it. And then there's this like side pull rail. So I was originally just using the slot up there, and then second session or the third session I switched to this thing. So that was like the difference of beta, and that I think my footwork stayed the same. There was one thing I think I figured out the third session too, with my feet a little bit different. So I changed that up as well. I don't remember what I did, but I know that I do that now. Or I don't remember what I did before, but I know what I do now. But yeah, then the fourth session, it was just kind of like, I was like, I'm gonna do this from the bottom. But I think the conditions were just so bad. It was like the last decent day of the season. It was like spring, and it was just like wet, and it was starting to get warm outside, and I was just like, this is not going down today. So I just kind of wanted to dial down moves. So this is like probably the first day I've had where conditions are good, so I'm kind of scared. But now I've like probably forgot a lot of my beta. Well, I remember most of it, but I think my muscle memory is going to be gone. So I'm going to have to like relearn today. I don't expect any sends today, but I'm hoping maybe next time I come out here, I will send. I'm going to try hard today even, but I won't have high expectations. And I think that's how it should be. But I'm going to try this route now. So I'm going to switch back to my GoPro, and maybe I'll talk about it again a little bit. So see you then. I don't know how to climb this thing. No. Like right there. Yeah. That's it right there. Ooh. Okay. That was a good first burn. That left hand's not wet. It feels so good right now. Oh my gosh. That felt very nice. Go right foot. Left foot. Right foot. Little hook. Oh. Except my heel came right off. Maybe I should use these shoes. Throw my ankles on. heels, these shoes. Oh, fuck. 9! That was good, am I right? Blue. Okay. That's the top. My skin. This thing is so bad on the skin. Forgot about that. Oh no. So I just tried a little bit. Actually had some really good links. This left hand felt so good today. Like, and I think it's because literally every time I've tried in the past, this thing was soaked. And today, this felt like a proper jug, the way it should feel. And my first burn, I literally took that, it felt so good. Got to the lip right here. This felt really good. I got my feet set up, and I went to do the bump, and almost stuck it. And that was my first burn. So, yeah, and it felt easy. And then I just jumped on now. I'm gonna show you. I probably just showed you those burns, but I did like this. In here, you like kind of walk your feet up from down there to, you put your left foot here, your right foot up here, then you set the heel hook here. So I originally would climb this in my solutions. See that? That's not good. See this? That's not good. These I just bought, and they're actually slightly too big. I heeled hooked and my shoe immediately came off my foot. So that didn't work well. So I definitely cannot use my Futuras, or at least not the left Futura, if I'm gonna send this today, or if I'm gonna send it ever, unless I buy another pair. The high angles, I could get the heel with them, but it didn't feel as comfortable. Like, I literally threw my left solution on and hit the heel first try, and it stuck very well, and I was like, okay. So I think I'm gonna have to use my solutions whenever I actually send it. And it sucks because until I get a new pair, these toes are like that. So that's not good. I was supposed to have a new pair, but La Sportiva kind of messed up my order, so I'm waiting longer to get a new pair of those. But yeah, I had a link there though. I started from there, and then the left, got the heel here, and then I bumped my left hand in, and then I hit this hold right here from the, like, that was like just a link. That was really good. And then I did the link right after, where I start with my right hand here, and then my left hand here with my feet down there still, and I tossed the heel hook up there, and then did the top out and up to the jug sloper. Like I said before, that part's surprisingly like hard. It's, at least the way I climb it, I haven't really found a better way to do it. It's very tensiony. So I think right now I just like need to dial down, move where I hit the lip and then bump out to that, and then I have to get the link with my heel set there and then hit that, and then as soon as I do that, I'm have to like toss my foot up there. I think just from today, like, it feels so close. So I barely even touched it so far today, and I was like, that feels really close. Now again, I have really good skin and energy right now, and just those like links kind of I guess my skin probably doesn't look bad right now, but it hurt. I'll say that, it's sharp. So I'm worried that I actually only have so many goes on it today. But yeah, so I'm gonna try it some more now. That's a damn good link, right? Oh, my skin! No! Oh. Oh. Snine! Oh, I might do that. That's like jug. And then match from there. That might work. Oh, that's not a padded landing though, if I go that way. Jeez. Switch to a toe. Pop in. I probably should just keep the heel. I'll just give it a burn from the bottom real quick, just see if I can like even get up there again. I don't think I will, but we'll definitely try to. Try very hard to get there again. Oh, right there. Didn't hit the good spot. Didn't hit the good spot. What's the heel? What's the heel? Oh. Ah. there. Dude, I have that all dialed down though. It's just like there's still room for like error, like small mistakes. You hit like this hole is slightly to the right, you're off. Or if you don't hit in the right spot, you're off. You hit that one in the wrong spot, you're off. This one I haven't really hit wrong. All right, so I'm wrapping up the session on Ivy League, and what I have successfully done is I've lost my orange brush for the third time. I really don't know where it's at. I've literally lost it 3 times. Oh, found it. Okay, here it is. Yeah, so I didn't even actually try to get it from the bottom. I just tried the top, and I could tell that I was starting to climb poorly. So I decided to call it quits early. No point in wasting skin and strengths on this route. I'm very happy with my results today. They exceeded what I thought they would be. So maybe next session we'll have a send. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. So I'm gonna pack up now and then head over to that V9, and that is where I will probably end the video. Alright, so I am at the V9. Starts down here, I believe. And then it goes to like these 2 holds, which are basically like jugs. These jug underclings. Here, let me show up close. Alright, so yeah, you start on this guy. It's like, I don't know. I've never even tried this before, so I don't really know how I'm gonna grab it yet. But then you go to this, and then there's this jug, and then there's that jug. And I mean, the holes are pretty good, like just from feeling like they're huge. But I think that the feet are bad. So that's what makes it hard. So then you come over here. I don't really know what I'm gonna grab here, but there's like this like crimp thing here. Right? Can we even pinch it? There's like this crimp here, this pocket here. I don't really want to stick my finger in there. It's kind of spooky. It's like, I don't even know. 2 fingers? Mono? It's pretty juggy if I wanted to use that. Then there's also this, which I think is probably what I will use. There's also this. Just saw this too. They're all probably about the same. I don't know what I'm gonna use, but... And then you go to the lip. Oh, there's also this thing too. I don't know if I'm gonna use that, but it's like a crimp. Maybe that feels better right hand. I don't know. Then you go to this lip, and then you just kind of work up this dihedral. I'm falling over, so it's getting shaky. Okay, yeah, you work up this dihedral, and top out. Someone's been through here too recently, because there's like chalk everywhere. But that's the climb. So yeah, it starts down there, and you kind of go up, and then out right a little bit, and then just directly up through this dihedral. It's supposed to be a V9. I tried to look up the route on the guidebook. I couldn't get the page to load. So because I couldn't get the page to load, I don't actually know for sure it's where it starts. But I would imagine that's where it starts because it's the most obvious start and there's chalk everywhere. And I know the start for the 5, the stand start here, is on this 2-finger pocket. And this left-hand like slipper crimp jug thing. So I'm gonna try right now. Probably waste the rest of my skin on this thing. And my energy perhaps, but I'm not gonna put too much time on it, even if my skin is still good, because it's 2:30 and I probably want to leave at like 3:30 at the latest, just to so I'm not sitting in traffic for 5 years trying to get home. And honestly, I'm not gonna go home. I have work to do this evening, so I'm gonna go do some route setting business tonight. And then I'll go home, and then I'm gonna look at all this stuff and edit. But yeah, so I'm gonna try this thing. I will set my camera up and get some shots of it. And I, again, don't think I will send. It looks not that hard, but I'm sure it's significantly harder than it looks. Again, it's like an open hand too, though, so it might suit me greatly. Because those holds are huge, so even with like bad feet, and I'm good with like bad feet tensioning movement, so it might not be that bad. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna now cut to me working the route. Just came out of my shoe, a leaf. It's not supposed to be in there. Okay, now that I'm like getting under it, it does feel kind of tricky. Like the holds are good, but then like the angles that you're coming into it does feel hard. Like it's gonna be hard. Yeah, it's definitely hard now I'm looking at it. There's no feet at all, hardly. Hope the top out's easy. It's supposed to be a 5, so it's not. So, alright, here we go. Flash burn. Woo! Okay, no flash. That is sharp. It does feel harder than Ivy League right now. Ah, it's so sharp. Oh, no. Oh my gosh. What is this? So I've just been greatly humbled. Tried this V9 thingy, and it shut me down pretty hard. I saw it going into it. I was like, oh, these holds are huge. They all look like they're open hand. I can flash this. No, it feels harder than Ivy League. This thing feels, well, I think a 9 would feel like too. So I think this is actually quite accurate with the grade. It's like all half crimp. And I'm weak on half crimp. So maybe that's why it feels so hard to me. But yeah, I'm sucking on it right now. I don't think I've even really completed a single move. Could like hold positions, but not really. I haven't done a single move yet. Maybe I hit the first move, like pulling from the start to the second hold. I don't even remember if I did that. I don't know. It's in my footage if I did it or not. But next move, the way I want to do it, feels very hard. And then I want to bump that to the pocket here. So like I have my left hand here, and then there's this crimp thing I was talking about earlier. I wasn't sure if I want to use it. Well, I think I want to use it now. It's so sharp. There's a little razor blade on it. This guy right here. This thing. See that? My middle finger is on it. Pulling it like this. My middle finger's like this. And then my middle finger's like that. And then I want to take this and bump to this pocket. And then I think I want to like fall into this. It's my left hand. I think I was like kind of trying this heel hook thing, or maybe like I could get a toe hook. I don't know. And then I was trying to walk my feet up to where I get my left foot up here. And then that move actually made sense. You just have that, and then just hit that from there. But I don't think I actually completed any of those moves. And I could just be tired, but it definitely feels not easy. Yeah, but that's it for now. See you next time. Thanks for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you again.